think it's been probably the longest time I've gone without uploading in the last year, and for that I apologize. There's been so much going on in the background, and I hate withholding secrets from you guys. But come October 9th, it will all make sense. In the last episode, we showed you guys all about the RB26 in the GTR. Ian and the boys have been rebuilding that and getting that all back together, and over the past couple days, they've been filming the whole process of putting that together and what they've been finding. We've also run into an issue with one of the BBS wheels on the GT3 RS.
Ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Coming up on Monday, we're gonna be dropping Signature Series #2. This is our premium line of shirts. This one is in collaboration with Street Hunter. I'm very excited about it. I'm wearing the matching BRZ. We've added some new flair to the sleeves. We've added a little extra spice to it. And as well as these dropping, we're gonna be dropping a bunch of new t-shirts, zip ties, car ramps, a bunch of items come this 9th. And there's also, as probably many of you guys know if you follow the Hunt&Co Instagram, a big surprise coming October 9th, which is what we've been working on so much in the background. So mark your calendars, October 9th. There is an upload coming that you don't want to miss, and there's also a fresh drop to match that. Now we're gonna roll the footage that the boys have been filming over the past few days of all the madness that's been going on.
Long story short, the valve stems that we got and put in the BBSs work, but the gasket is kind of small. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the original TPMSs that were in it when we got it, that they pulled out to rebuild them, back on the car. So this car will now have TPMSs, bigger seals for the valve stems. I'll feel better about sending them off driving down the road. But this is a way to ensure that they won't leak and it will communicate with the car. What are you doing, dude?
I'm just getting my phone.
What was he doing?
I was just kidding.
What was he doing? He likes it. Don't like it, stop! All right, I'll be back in a few hours. Stop filming. Don't film this.
Oh, nice and new.
Look at that guy, not blown up.
In the previous episode, when we installed the E89s, there were actually a few Porsche techs in the comments that gave us great pointers that we didn't know on how to properly untorque and retorque these wheels.
Yeah, while you're loosening it, you don't want that bearing to slip off the snout, and you could damage the components that hold the wheel on the car. Super dangerous. So long story short, I'm jacking it up. I don't know if the braking force cold is enough to hold it, so I'm gonna leave some of the tire on the ground to just have friction but no load on the wheel, and then I'm gonna have Twan or someone step on the brakes and break it loose. I have a lot more pull up force than I do push down force.
Oh, he wasn't joking. That was too easy.
Normally when you jack a car up from a different corner, it takes a while for it to lift some other portion of the car up, and I think 3 jacks ago the entire front of the car was up. So this chassis is really stiff. This is a nice car.
The next day,
I've been dealing with this BBS that hasn't wanted to seal, so I've been working on that. You'll check that out right now. Ian and Calvin have really been smashing on this. They've put the entire engine back together. They compression tested it. They checked all the valve lashing, timing, everything. It looks pretty good. New head gasket. The dowels were crushed between the head and the block and replaced.
Replaced dowels, replaced head gasket, double checked and verified valve lash. We checked the thread profiles. None of them are stretched. And now we're going back together.
And we're here now.
And now we have to torque this bolt to 300 and something foot-pounds, and it's going to be.
I'm just gonna stand here and hold it like this while Ian tightens it.
It's gonna be a nightmare.
That is a cool wheel, right? That is a damn good drawing. Like, I'm thoroughly impressed.
I can't show him.
Is that we're gonna see it?
No one will ever see it.
It's a little undersized, okay? So it was leaking from the outer lip to the face to the inner lip. So it was leaking out of all of these ports right here. So I'm new to this. I've never done this before, but I torqued the wheel down again to specifications, 20 foot-pounds or whatever. And then I took a metal silicone or caulking. Mickey helped me out over here. Taped off the inside, taped off. Taped off.
There's a drawing there that you guys cannot see.
Either TJ or the next owner will love that drawing, I promise you. But
okay, here, I'll blur it.
So it's BBS racing wheels. And so we resealed it. And now our hopes are with a new valve stem and this reseal that it won't effing leak anymore. And TJ can drive this car as hard as he's supposed to drive this car.
This is Ricky's reaction to the drawing that you guys can't see.
That is very detailed.
Just a little,
beautiful.
Just a little scribble.
Was that you?
Yeah.
Impressed, bro.
Thank you, man. I just did, you know, like
Too bad
Photoshop.
you can't show it.
I know.
You guys know how much time we actually spend in this shop, and the one thing that really keeps us energized and keeps us going is Factor meals. Factor, as you guys know, makes pre-made meals that you can get delivered to your house or your place of work, and they're healthy meals that fit all the nutritional benefits I'm aiming for, because I've been trying to cut out less and less crap food, fast food, and just takeout food in general. It's no secret, those types of foods are not good for you. So Factor makes a really easy option for me to pick meals that sound good to you, that actually taste amazing. They're super easy. You just toss in the microwave for 2 minutes and you're done. And they also make smoothies, and recently they've added juices. They're a high source of vitamins and nutrients, and they make me feel like a healthier individual, which is really what I'm going after. And one thing I thoroughly enjoy about them is they have options for everyone, whether you're a vegetarian, pescatarian, or any other types of tarians. For example, Ian is a vegetarian, and they have options that he can eat. And oftentimes when I order these meals, I'll order their vegan options, so everyone literally has something to choose from at the office. We are all fueled here by Factor, and you guys should be too. And you can get started today by going to factor75.com or using the link below in the description and use code HUNT50 to get 50% off your first order. Take advantage of it. I promise you're gonna like it. They taste amazing. Thank you, Factor, for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to it.
So far, so good. We'll put soapy water on it, but yeah, seriously,
You can hear it from inside the office.
you can hear it from a block away,
Yeah,
dude.
it was pretty crazy.
I'm putting on my resume. I rebuild 3-piece wheels.
Dylan's mobile 3-piece wheel repair. Hit him
Fuck,
up, DM him.
no.
Please DM
No.
him. Everybody watching this, what do you do?
DM Dylan at Helm of Terror. As of right now, open for business. We'll repair your wheels. But only one wheel. Only one.
At a time. And
At a
it's
time.
2-day turnaround, sorry. This is the backside. Oh, my favorite. My favorite.
Hey.
What'd you say there, partner?
Hi.
You keep your hands where I can see you now. I don't like you. There's no reason. Hey, look, stay down. Stay down. Ta-da! Did it! Yay!
Motor's back together for the most part. I'm doing spark plugs and all the coil pack stuff. Ian's making sure that timing gear or whatever the crankshaft position sensor contacting is not going to contact. But after this, I think she could go back in.
I hear someone.
But my favorite thing to say is, what did we learn about this motor class? Absolutely nothing.
What? What do you mean? You just took it all apart. You learned so much.
I know, but what was wrong with it? We don't know.
What do you mean? There was a head gasket.
Yeah, but why?
Because I did it.
Still, the reason for that to happen doesn't make too much sense.
It is really cool having this job being done in our shop. You guys haven't watched the channel for a long time, or if you're new here, maybe you don't know, but a lot of the stuff when it comes to like this nature of difficulty or this level of seriousness, I guess, we would outsource this and it would go other places, and when it would come to making videos, I wouldn't be able to showcase anything because everything's done out of the shop. And I've been building for such a long time to try to find the right people and to build the right structure where we could have an amazing tech like Ian and have an amazing person in tech like Calvin to
I'm
where...
not a tech, I'm a charge.
True. I didn't want to do him a disservice, but okay, we'll call him a
You're
chotch.
so not a chotch. You're so much
Having the chotch and the tech to be able to do this in here is special to me, and I think if you've been watching channel for a while, you notice stuff like that, and I'm able to film videos where we can more in depth and teach things. And I don't know, it's just cool to have it done here, and I'm proud of everything that we have here. The RS is finally back, and we can take this thing out.
ready to go. We just gotta slide the motor up in. Far easier said than done.
Yeah.
Assemble it, get it running, get the drive shaft bolted up, torque this crank pulley down.
You said it's gonna run today, but it might not drive today.
It'll run today.
For sure.
Drive today.
You're gonna put your word on that?
It'll run today.
Okay.
It'll
All right.
run today.
I'm holding you to it.
I'm in a different t-shirt. Look at me, look at me. Signature Series number 2 coming on Monday, baby, with a big car giveaway that we haven't even told you what it is. Ian, Calvin, got the thing ready to turn over. Is it gonna run? Ian, what do you think? If you had a bet, confidence, we're not gonna edit this. Also, if it doesn't start, it's like the first attempt. This is gonna be the first crank. Oftentimes it takes 1 or 2 attempts because there's a million plugs and a million sensors that could be not plugged in. But I'm excited. If you're not following the Clips channel, I thought I wasn't gonna make it to Qatar. Now I am gonna make it to Qatar. That's why I've been so absent throughout this video because I've been like not here a lot. I'm excited, that's all. So fuel goes.
One more?
Activated. Right, there's nothing on the ground. Did you guys add oil?
Put some in. I don't know how much this thing takes.
Takes about 2 quarts of oil. Did you put at least 2 quarts in?
I put in 5.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, Jesus Christ.
Battery terminal right there. Watch out. It definitely takes 1 and 2. That was a joke.
Yeah, but what kind of oil though?
Oh, VR1? You kidding me? If only someone was doing a VR1 Valvoline collab t-shirt.
That'd be tight.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be sick.
Dude, I don't know. Stay tuned. It would mean so much to my sweet little ears if I heard this thing run before I leave. Also, the last time we were having a terrible idle. So we did compression again. I don't know how much this is said. We did compression while this motor was out and cold. Everything was good. I want to say our issue will be solved if we start it and the thing runs good. Yeah!
That's nice.
Damn, Ian's f***ing good.
All right, now we put all the cooling system in this stuff to put it to run it to make it a dry. We do. Oh, jeez. Wow. Wow.
Ian's spent 5 f***ing days, work
Far too
days,
long, at
taking
least.
this thing apart. And Calvin, and it's started first try. That's impressive.
Couldn't have done it without Calvin. I couldn't have. He's been. He.
Is he asleep? Oh, dude, he fell asleep. We'll wake him tomorrow.
I don't think he needs.
Oh.
Hey.
Now I'm gonna put the cooling system together, put all the intake pipes, double check the oil level, and then we'll be able to run this thing for a long time.
And then we'll be able to test to make sure that the motor is acting how it's supposed to be acting and not having any breakup issues, and
it'll run
forever. Forever. You kind of look like that character too.
Damn. Do I? Leave it in the comments.
Squints.
You know that movie?
Of course I know that movie.
I thought you were a little too young for
Who
that.
doesn't know that movie?
I thought you were a little too young
No,
too.
that's like one of the most goated movies ever.
Dude, the Colossus of Clout?
The Colossus of Clout?
The Giant Bambino?
The Great Bambino?
Is it the Great Bambino?
It's Great Bambino.
Time lapse.
Calvin's Windy Peppercorn.
So we're gonna add coolant to the car right now. In the means of time, because I have to go because my flight leaves tomorrow morning and I need to go and get ready for it. We're gonna put coolant in it now and run it because I just want to hear this car run once it's up to temperature, and I want to just make sure that it's not breaking up or doing anything weird, because I don't know if you guys remember last time, but that was our problem, and that was like it was struggling to hold idle, and even when we swapped the plugs out, when you got on the pipe a little bit, it was just not good. I just want to see that problem go away so I can leave, go on this trip, and not worry about it.
Yeah, I start with water just in case.
Oh, you start? Oh, just so in case you look. That's a smart move. Smart move. We are going to be using Xerox from Valvoline, of course, but that's a pretty good idea. Ian's going to do distilled water, so at least if we drop anything, it's better to drop water than to drop coolant and then have to deal with all that stuff. And for those who might be wondering why we're using water, more specifically distilled water over coolant, your car can use water to cool it. You don't need coolant. The only thing coolant does is it just has a lower freezing temperature than water does. Here in San Diego, it's never going to get below freezing or anything low enough to where I'd worry about the water freezing inside the motor overnight. You don't have to use coolant. We do use it primarily on all street cars, just if it ever does go to any place where it does get cold or whatever. You can use water. I prefer to use water, but you have to use distilled water so you don't get rust within all the metal that the coolant is running through. But what you can do, which I like to do, is you can use like a water wetter, or I think there's different types. Valvoline has a super coolant additive, although I don't think that they make it anymore, but I have them send me it for the good stuff. Yeah, it's right here. Provi Racing Super Coolant Additive. It's essentially a water wetter that I believe increases the boiling temperature, and they are safe to use on racetracks. So another reason why you don't want to use coolant is because coolant's the additives, the antifreeze in it is slick. So if you're on the track and you drop coolant, it's not as bad as hitting oil, but it is very, very greasy and slippery. So a lot of track days that are street cars, it doesn't matter. But if you're driving in things like drift comps or Formula D, or it's a full-on race car, they do not allow you to use coolant in case someone drops coolant. At least it's just water and it's not going to be as slippery. So the more you know. No leaks. We're gonna keep adding and then start the car. Also want to point out that we have a vacuum line that we don't know exactly where it goes. So if we have a rough idle or something, it also could be that. But we're hoping that the vacuum line or the vacuum leak is apparent enough where we can just go and plug it. Okay. We're gonna turn the heater on as well. Turn off AC. Blast it, and here we go. Weird. Very strange. I don't smell fuel, do you? So we found the problem. There was just a pin pulled out from the trigger sensor, and now it's back in. And also,
We found it.
Tommy called me because he misses me so much, and he told us where that boost line was. So that's going back
We
in.
found it.
So all is well. We're gonna try again now. All right, Ian, give her the old try. No leaks. That is good. It's on ethanol too, so until it gets really warm, it's not gonna run that great. Man, feels good. We're not out of the woods yet, but baby steps. Still some things to diagnose through here. The boys are gonna be working on this while I leave. I'm happy the car is running. It does sound better than what it did before it had its problem, but I still think there's a few things that need to be adjusted. My bet is that the ITBs are desynced because one of these is loose, and the idle doesn't sound as silky as it should, and one of those problems that we had when we first did this whole entire build was adjusting these throttle bodies. So my bet is that needs to get adjusted. But rest assured, she's back. She's running. I'm happy. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm glad we got to end with the car starting. And I'll see you guys on Monday, October 9th. New car reveal, new giveaway, a bunch of stuff dropping on the website. You're not going to want to miss it. Set your alarms. If you're a fan of this car, trust me, come back October 9th. Thank you all for watching. Peace out and keep moving forward.
Walk away.
You want these? Yo, what up, my dog? What up? Dap that shit up. I'd say if you expand like
Just so you
100%.
know, fully stretched out is like this big.
Hey, why are you telling us your stats like that?
Why are you telling us our stats? Let's get your reaction to the drawing. Look at the barrel of the wheel.
Whoa! You know what that reminds me of? Home? No, that reminds me of Calvin's 240 that we wrapped.
Yeah, Calvin's 240.